Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a bunch of theater nerds and good friends play a little D&D. We're so happy that you joined us. Take a moment to subscribe to the show. It takes just a click and gains our random thanks. Drop us a like and leave a comment for Campaign 2. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we have tons of great content to explore. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Welcome back, Starstriders! So last time, we relived some traveling and camp moments, including a heartfelt conversation between Vigil and Lucky where they came to terms with their relationship, as it currently stands. You all then made your way into Jaid Fjell proper, where Ravik blew up Jathias' spot, announcing his presence to the guards, but this all got you an audience with the Quadrumvir, where you learned a bit about the communal workings of the leading council, when suddenly Dorgan Braid saw you all standing there and called out, "Well, damn, Riordan, if you didn't say your son was dead, I'd be half surprised to see him standing there in the hallway. You all, come forward. Who are you?"
We are the Starstriders. We're here with the exploration group, trying to discover more from one of the lost continents that now been revealed after the veil has retreated.
Lithavain says, "Expedition group? What expedition group are you talking about?"
There's an expedition group coming in from Ilaria.
Ooh.
That,
Ooh. They're not gonna like that.
They pull out all of their weapons.
Roll initiative!
I saw the Sim stat drop in real life. The negative Sims.
The boss bar appeared.
Yeah.
I know you had to say it, but it is
we're now in
that's what we were waiting for us to say.
Yeah, this became the Dark Cells TRPG, guys, so let's go. Okay.
I saw the boss health bar pop up.
At the moment you say Illyria, Litha, who is a bronzy golden haired woman, but with streaks of gray, wearing this kind of ceremonial robe that has half sleeves. And you can see these tattoos on her arms. The moment you say Illyria, her eyes flash golden and the tattoos on her arms light up for a second. And Dordan says, "Calm down, Litha. They're just here to talk, I assume. Illyria, you say? You traveling on the coin of Eldritch's Peak, or otherwise?"
Are we traveling on the coin of Eldritch's Peak? I don't know.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
You are. But whether or not you want to tell them that or not.
They won't like to hear that is the thing. So...
we're from all over the place.
Yeah, there are several benefactors who've wanted to reestablish peaceful communications with the lost continents now that the veil is no longer in play.
Was that a direct answer, or were you skirting around the subject?
Now, if we were skirting around the subject, we point out that this actually is Josiah.
Jathias kind of looks up. Yeah, Jathias kind of pulls he kind of sits back a little bit, and Riordan at this moment sits forward. "Jathias, is that here, boy?" And Jathias kind of steps forward. "Yes? Are you surprised to see me?" And Riordan says, "Well, yes. The last time I saw you, we were out on the expedition when the storm came through." Yeah, go ahead, Lucky.
Can I insight check?
Yeah. You can insight Riordan.
I just can know.
You can roll one too, Ravik. Yeah.
I just don't think. Why did I just Google insight
He's
check?
making an insight check.
I'm so tired. Oh no.
Where are we?
How does one make an insight check in D&D?
I think
Oh my god.
Josiah's just standing with his chicken shaking.
Can I roll one, Josh?
Yeah, sure, Bonnie. Anybody can.
I have no insight to this. I could not know what the
Yeah, I got a 5.
You know what? That's
in
a good
character as
number.
always.
Bonnie, he looks like a concerned father.
Bonnie is just so happy at this father-son reunion happening right now.
I understand things with fathers, so
Oh,
that's
yes.
a natural 19.
Wow.
Right. So 24.
24. Lucky, what'd you get?
I had 20.
20, Ravik?
24, natural 19.
So Kieran and Ravik both 24.
Everybody upstaging me on my own fucking insight check.
My own insight.
23.
Okay.
You still got a 20.
Yeah.
You still got a 20.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well,
Bonnie's hands are just like clasped together. She's just like, "Aw."
Yeah. We'll do it in levels.
Mother-son meetup.
With
So nice.
a 20 Lucky, you get this sense of like there's definite surprise in Reardon's eyes. The surprise matches the kind of tone that he's presenting. But you do pick up there was like slightly delayed. Like the first thing that Durden Braid said, "Oh, isn't that your son?" And Reardon didn't immediately jump into it, so there's a little bit of a question about that. Ravik and Kieran with a 23, 24, you get the sense of like the surprise is true, but something about this conversation between the two individuals is performative on Reardon's point. But you're not sure. Like, it's not like performative like...
I am! And it's the worst part!
It's not...
I know what happened.
It's not performative like you know that he didn't know that Reardon or that Jathias whatever, but like he thought was whatever. There's something about it that is he's putting on a little bit additional surprise that is maybe not something that he's feeling.
Can I awaken mine to make a telepathic link with him?
That doesn't have a saving throw, does it?
No, it's just as a creature you see within 30 feet. To understand, they have to speak the same language.
Okay. Well, he is speaking common. Okay. And so you create a telepathic bond. Let me check something real quick.
Let's see. Oh Lord, if I get like a psychic backlash.
No. Just making sure that Litha doesn't have no, Litha wouldn't be able to see that it's happening. Okay. So you get the connection, and the first thing that like comes through the connection for you, the surface level thoughts that he has, it does require you to dig deeper, and there is a role for it. If you want anything else, is he's looking at Jathias and he says, like in his head, he's thinking, my son has returned. But the way that it's being thought of in his head is more like concern rather than like not concern for his son, but concern for the return part.
So not for his safety, just the fact that he's here.
Yeah, there's concern around his son being there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll leave it at that for now.
Durden says, just to belay any tearful reunions, where did the six of you come across young Jathias? He's been gone for quite some time.
We found him in the hell.
Strung up. Being guarded.
Litha steps forward. I'm sorry, you found him in the hells. What were you all doing in the hells?
Went through a portal. Found ourselves there. Didn't know where it went.
The moment
found
you say
there and found him there.
Yeah, the moment you say portal, Litha shoots a look over at Durden and then kind of looks back to you all. And her eyes flash for a moment. And you can tell she's casting a spell. She's not trying to hide it from you. Lucky, Ravik, Bonnie, and Dulicide, I don't know if your magic can do this. You don't have the ability to detect. You don't have detect good and evil, right?
I don't think I have it right now.
Okay, so Lucky, Ravik, Bonnie, you all could make a Arcana check.
I wonder if she's casting Detect Good and Evil.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all.
I sure hope I'm good.
But
This is why Jays always score so high on their insight rolls.
Yeah.
Because of things just like that.
Yeah. But this is does the character.
That's why they pay me
This
the big
is
bucks,
do the
you know what I'm
characters
saying?
know?
Place your bets, everybody. What are we thinking for Bonnie?
I don't know. Last time,
you get a
Negative
6?
one.
Single digit.
That'd be an
Single digit.
improvement.
Double digit. Okay.
That's it. No, that's an 8.
No, single digit. Okay, sorry. Wow,
Never.
Hey, we're working our way up, though.
We are
That's
working our
better
way
than
up.
5.
Bonnie knows magic happened.
magic happened. Yeah, Lucky, Ravik, what were yours?
13 on the flat 13.
Okay, flat 13.
22.
Yeah, you recognize immediately, and it's interesting, and I'll give it because it's above a 20. You were already told that Lithavain is a sorcerer, but the type of magic she just cast was divine. So you don't know enough about like sorcerers in general, but like there are.
I don't know divine sorcerers.
Yeah, you don't know divine sorcerers exist.
Okay.
But you do know that like sorcerers in general come from like weird bloodlines, and so there's something divine or in like divine natured in her bloodline. Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
She looks over
I wonder
at
if she knows what I am.
she looks over at Dordan. No, they're clean. And Dordan kind of looks back at all of you. So you traipse through the 9 hells. You find young Jathiah Stone bound, you say, and watched over by demons. And then you bring him here. That is worthy of being honored, don't you agree, Reardon? And Reardon looks and says, well, yes, anybody who could return my son to me deserves any kind of reward. Are you all staying here for long in Jaid Fjell?
We were here specifically to return to Thias and also to see if there's any connections that leadership here would be willing to make with the expedition to ensure safety for all parties.
Litha, and you can tell that like even though Dordan was the first one to speak to you all, there's no leader of this council. They all share a very common level, and this entire conversation, the audience has been relatively quiet. But the moment you say connections and building connections, they're reminded of the fact that you said that you came from Lyria, and there are shouts from the audience of like, we don't want to deal with those fuckers anymore. They can go back to where they came from. And Lithavain says, no, let us bring peace. You deserve...
Yell?
Yes, absolutely, they can just yell. We are servants of the people, and the people deserve their voices to be heard at all times.
I'm hearing them so much.
Well,
a lot of hearing going on.
Stay around longer and you might hear more. But on your first point, you deserve to be treated well and welcome. So, Reardon, I assume you are going to offer them something. And Reardon says, yes, they made my finest rooms in the Gilded Staff Iron. Those rooms are available to you. I will make sure my assistant gives you a key. And Litha says, on the second point, however, opening communications with your group, especially if, as I assume, you are backed by the coin of Eldritch Peak, since you did not answer the question clearly, that would be a more engaged conversation, and one with, and she kind of looks at like the sky where there's a few skylights, and for underground here, you can tell that they have like fake lighting that is matching the outdoor lighting, and the sun is kind of setting in the sky. Our business time for today is over, but we can find a moment in our schedule over the course of the next couple days for an open quorum on the question that you present. Your name, so that we can make sure you are recorded in the record. And she kind of points at you, Ravik, first, because you've been speaking.
Ravik Seymour.
Yes, and your compatriots.
Well, they can introduce themselves.
Oh, hi. My name's Bonnie. Cannon.
Oh, is it me next, or is it Lucky? And do the site and Dot.
Dot kind of hides down
Yeah.
behind you.
Lucky Scriker.
Kieran Van Riften.
Vigil steps forward. Vigil Zava. All right. Well, our business is finished for the day. Reardon, make sure they're well taken care of and watched. And Litha stands up and turns to leave. Dordan immediately pulls a flask out of his pouch and takes a big swig, and then gets up to go back into his chambers. And you can tell that like they're on like not a second floor, but like a half floor above the first. And there are doorways behind each of their seats where you can see in this kind of half circle, their offices are up at the top. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I, as they start to leave, I step forward, and they're not going to like this, but I'm going to go, you cast earlier, detect good and evil. We encountered a devil that tried to trick us before. We were able to see through it and stop them, but is it permitted if I cast one spell just to make sure that we are safe here?
They all look at Litha, and Litha kind of looks at you. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh, against
May
her.
I help because of my charisma and persuasion?
How would you help Lucky in this moment?
By looking,
Please help.
but I was gonna say by like looking as like harmless as possible, and like this is like the nicest person ever.
that Lucky is the nicest person ever.
That Bonnie is like.
Bonnie is okay.
She's just like a mom. Like y'all are.
I wouldn't associate with someone with nefarious ideas.
Yeah.
Since it's a like a tangential persuasion, I will let you roll, and if your roll beats the DC, then I'll let Lucky re-roll.
I was really just trying to get you a re-roll.
Yeah.
Please, I need it. I rolled bad.
This you said persuasion, right?
Persuasion, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, it's a 20.
Okay. Yes. Lucky.
I rolled more than a 10.
So
you can do it when you come through for your friends.
Yeah, there's a moment where like Litha is kind of giving you serious eye, and then Bonnie like anime twinkles in the background, and Litha just like looks at him for a moment. So you can roll with advantage, Lucky.
Oh. Dude, that was a 7 versus a 17 on
That's
the die.
Nice.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait. A 20.
What?
23?
Wait, a 22.
22. Okay. Litha looks at you for a moment, and you can see like she holds up a hand and begins to craft sigils in the air. And you can tell that she has done all but cast counterspell. And she says, absolutely, go ahead. We have nothing to hide.
I just cast Detect Good and Evil, and I don't do anything else. I'm not fucking around.
Okay. As she's watching you, you all watch the sigils fade, and like the light up on her tattoos kind of fade away. And Lucky, kind of scanning the room, you do not sense any Fey Fiend or undead in the chamber.
And all the members are still in the room, right?
Yeah. After you kind of step forward, Dordan didn't leave because he was excited for the show, and Litha stayed because you are specifically asking to cast.
But I'm not in range of like the audience, right?
Oh no, you guys are in the audience. Like so, like this big circular chamber. Like you're at the center. It's kind of like when you approach like a king's court, where you're in the center and all like the courtiers are on the sides. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
I was picturing. Right. You said a gallery of people.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah. They're the people are all kind of in a center around the circle, and then they're in this like half dais. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
And Litha's kind of looks at you. She doesn't say anything, but the moment she sees kind of the acknowledgement wash across your face, she turns to leave, and as she's walking out of the door, Lucky, you get a message in your mind. So not only traveled with the Hells, but tangled with them here. I'd love to speak to you more about it. and Litha goes into her chamber.
I'm so inclined to trust a woman, Josh. You're using it against me. With powerful tattoos.
Powerful sorceress, divine. Yeah.
He's using my love for Lunaria right now.
He knows.
Can we
He's got
trust?
your number, unfortunately. Just like
He
us
has
all,
all
he
our
has.
numbers.
He has all our numbers.
And Reardon goes into his chambers for just a moment. And you can see like he gathered a bunch of papers and then rushed into his chambers. And then he comes back out and he turns and locks the door. And then his papers are all out of his hand. And then he comes down off of the dais and he says, I would love to spend some time with my son, but first I want to make sure you are taken care of. And he kind of points, and an individual with a giant axe over his shoulder approaches, and I wrote his name down, but did I put it in this spot? Where did I put it? Where is your name? Where's your name, buddy?
While you're looking at that, can I do an insights check on Jathias just to see how he's reacting
absolutely.
to
You can
his
do that.
father's presence?
I know his first name is Argel, but what was your last name, Argel?
Hi, Argel.
Ooh, that's
Hi,
a-
Arjul.
Oh, Argel.
Hi,
Okay,
Argel.
yeah.
I have 3 points.
Yeah.
Argyle.
Reardon
Argyle.
says,
Yeah.
Reardon says,
The sweater man.
yeah. If you like his first name, you'll love his last name. Reardon says, this is Argel Rungrog. He's the leader of the city guard. He is in my employ as the maester of the coin, but he will guide you to the appropriate space within for the inn. And the 3 finest rooms for them, Argel, and then Jathias, we will return to the estate. Your mother would be overjoyed to see you. What was your insight check?
21 with the modifier.
No, at no point is Jathias overjoyed to see his father.
Mm-hmm.
But Jathias smiles and then kind of moves in to hug his dad. And then they're like, just before they make contact, you can all make an insight check.
Oh.
Even I know this is weird.
Come
All
on,
right, guys, what are we thinking?
Even I know this is weird. What is this like what is
A natural 20 for a 19.
Finally, because it's a parent.
It's a parent thing. Yeah.
She knows.
That's so funny.
Well, with a natural 20, Bonnie.
20 not natural.
20 not natural. Anybody
Gotta
else?
roll.
Anybody higher than a
8?
25?
Nope.
Damn.
Wait, actually, maybe. Hold on.
What do you add to it, Bonnie?
Understand
Yeah, 26.
26. What do you add to it,
Nice.
Bonnie?
I told you it's a 19.
Oh, 19, but it is a natural 20. Okay. Okay. So honoring the natural 20 first, Lucky. If you've ever seen 2 people who embody the same side of a magnet before, the closer they get to each other, there's more and more of like this repel between the 2 of them. That to the point where they hug, it is the quickest, fastest, most unfamilial hug ever. And then Jathias steps back. Bonnie, what you see with a natural 20, you pick up on this, like there's this tension and almost like repulsion between the 2 of them. But when both of them turn away from each other and kind of like Jathias turns and kind of comes back with the group a little bit, Reardon kind of steps back behind Argel. Both of them are green in the face, like they're sick that they touched.
I'm just
I
hoping
wanna-
Jathias pickpocketed his key.
I want to ask Jathias, with us being new to the city and you just returning, I was wondering if you would do us the honor to maybe show us to our quarters. Perhaps you could give us more insight on the city itself and some of its beauty that we marveled at on the way in.
Jathias kind of like
use.
wipes his brow for a second. And Bonnie, you see like he's wiping away like a flop of sweat across his forehead. He says, yes, I can show you around the inn, I spent a lot of time there as when I was a child. My father made me work, regardless of how much coin we had in the house. And Reardon says, yeah, and you grew up to be a bold, commanding young man, didn't you? And Jathias just kind of looks at him and then looks back to you all. I'd be happy to guide you there. Argel, I'm happy to keep an eye on them. You don't have to... And Argel says, well, if it was only your father who told me to go along with you, I probably wouldn't. But Dordan did say to keep an eye on you, and I'm scared of Litha, and she definitely wants me to keep an eye on you as well. So I'll walk with you, but you're more than welcome to lead the way, Jathias. And Argel says, or Jathias says, thank you. This way.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, go ahead.
How long do you have to, what is it called, adjust to the, like, if we were to give Jathias one of our earbuds, would it take an hour for him to harmonize to it? What is it called in D&D?
They are attuned, yes.
Attuned to them. Okay.
It's a short rest. So yeah, like I actually think they changed the attunement rules in 2024.
They would, just to make me sad.
I still hate attunement.
Unless they're better. I understand why attunement exists, though.
Yeah, like, you can have like 37.
It's because you have to do it for some people. Some people will want every piece of pie.
Well, that was part of the fun in the olden days, is loading your shit up.
But now there's 200,000 magical items, and they're like candy.
Yeah, well,
so
also encounters were much more deadly, so you needed the stuff.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, so I will say that if you were to give him them now, you all aren't doing something, right? And like part of the attunement rules are that you have to be practicing with it or engaging with the object in order to attune. So we can say like if you gave it to him now, he could start the practice while you guys are walking. So it's not like he'd have to sit with it for an hour. Yeah.
I want to like kind of take him off to the side when we get like a little thing.
He guides you guys out of the chamber, and you guys are out into you're in the Diamond District.
Before you do that,
yeah. So you guys get out of the Diamond District or out into the Diamond District, and
I want to do it while he's actively sweating.
Okay.
I want to make a medicine check on him.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, make a medicine check, Lucky.
I want to see what's wrong with him. And can I get like up close and personal on him and like maybe like take like a little handkerchief and like wipe his sweat and be like, oh, you may be reacclimating to the climate here. Very good in Nine Hells. Let me explain.
It has been a while since I've been here, Lucky. Yeah, you can take a look.
Just so I can get like really close and like I'm really looking for like any signs of like magic shenanigans.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
That's a 26. I'm so fucking wise.
Yeah, he's bearing all of the trademark kind of symptoms of somebody who's experiencing real strong nausea. Like he's kind of flushed in the face, a little bit of sweat, but he doesn't have a fever. It's just kind of like he's trying to hold in his lunch, and this is his body's way of kind of compensating for not allowing his lunch to come out.
That smell that bad?
You seem incredibly...
Did you say that out loud, Robin?
No.
Go ahead, Lucky. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You seem like you feel ill, and I'll like pull out. I feel like Lucky probably has like a little bit of like, not like a full medicine kit.
No,
but
like some herbs or something.
Peppermint on me,
sure,
you know,
yeah. Or some ginger root or something.
Or
yeah,
like I give him a little. I give him like a little bit. I don't have a ton, right? Because I'm not like about that life, and I'm not gonna waste a spell on his ass right here. Because he's got a tummy ache. But I give him a little like peppermint, and I'll be like, it seems to come on quite fast.
Yes, he kind of takes the peppermint and kind of rolls it and starts to chew on it. I don't know what it was. A smell or something. I don't know. Just being back here, stress perhaps. But yeah, I just felt the urge to throw up all over my father's ceremonial gown.
I can say the same thing about my father.
Stop projecting.
I personally thought it would have been brilliant.
Mm-hmm. But thank you.
I leave that be.
Yeah, he's. I'm feeling better already, but this will help. Thank you so much, Lucky.
Okay,
Sorry,
and then
I just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
While he's chilling kind of off to the side with me and Lucky, I'm like, and I'm kind of like conspiratorially like bringing Lucky in on this conversation, like pretending like we're the two healer type people, like making sure he's all right or whatever. And I'm like, we don't know exactly what led you to being where we found you, so I think, and I'll press the thing into his hand.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, sure.
Can I say that I'm...
Can I help cover this, actually? Because I'm doing medicine things.
Yeah, you can help. This is just this is against Argel. Well, you can, make a...
Everyone is so helpful today.
Everyone's so
wow.
helpful. Ravik, make a persuasion check to distract. That'll determine whether Argel rolls with disadvantage or not, because he is a guard.
Did you say Lucky's helping me?
Lucky's helping.
I was gonna.
I'm doing big medicine things.
I'm gonna help Ravik distract Argel.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna be like, so is that like a drop in or a raglan? What kind of sweater is that?
The advantage gave me nat 20, guys. Don't worry. The advantage gave me nat 20.
Yeah,
let's go.
Okay.
That gave me it gave me a 19.
Because it was gonna keep getting stupider.
Yeah. Nat 20, guys.
So Argel would have to roll a nat 20, and he didn't. He rolled pretty high, but not a nat 20. So he rolled a 19. So you put it in to his palm, and he kind of slides it up to his ear, and then undoes the braid on his hair, which is a little bit shoulder length, and it kind of falls over his ear a little bit, like wavy, to hide it. He says, "What exactly does this do?"
Shit in your ears on over there.
It lets you talk to us mentally, so we get a private conversation. If you were to be in trouble, you could communicate to us.
He doesn't know how it works, and he's learning, and so you hear a very loud yell in your ear. Is this how it works?
Oh no, Jathias, volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just regular talking.
Okay, is this better? Okay. All right. And then after he kind of says that to you out loud, he's like, "All right, this way. Should we take the circuitous route, or do you want to go straight there?"
Let's
I think
take
we should
a
see the
scenic
sights of the city.
walk.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the Diamond District. If you are Ponzi, full of yourself, loaded to the coin, you get to come sit on a high stool here and get yelled at by people. So if you want that, then this is the spot. Not my favorite district in town. So then he kind of keeps traveling through, and then you walk under the archway into the Gold District. And suddenly the noise of the Gold District, this is the evening market time. Everyone's out here buying their food for their evening dinners, or they're doing the late trades before the market shuts down. And he says, the Gold District, this is my father's space, kind of collects the taxes from all the merchants here. But anything that you might need, you can find it here, illicitly or not, depending on where you look and what you're looking for. A few of my favorite food spots here, but try to avoid as much as possible because everybody knows my father, so everybody knows me. And kind of walking through. As you guys are making your way through people, you can roll a perception check in the Gold District, as there's a large crowds here.
All right, give me them single digits. There we go. That's a 5.
Singing a song about us, villager style.
Oh my god!
Open roast of us.
Are we stealthing? We said. Is that what we're doing?
You were perception.
Perception. Okay, good.
I got a 18 plus 4, so 22.
22. That's better than the last time I asked all of you to roll perception and no one rolled above a 14.
15.
15. Okay. So
perception. That's I'm not wearing my glasses. Plus 8. 22.
22. So as you all are looking out, so Ravik, Kieran, Andalus, as you guys are kind of looking out at the crowd, it's relatively easy because y'all are a tall bunch to look out over the heads of almost everybody here. As far as you can see, dwarves of different variety and types. You've got the hills and the mountains and the Duergar. And so like the wide variety of dwarves. But at the very far edge of the Gold District, kind of where the Gold District curves away into the Steel District, you all see two individuals who are not dwarven. And they are walking like 22 into the site. Did you say?
Yeah, I got 15.
Oh, 15. Sorry.
I got
22, Kieran.
Yeah, 22 is-
Kieran, what you notice is that like they look like, these two individuals have their back to you, they're walking. But you caught the moment where they were walking in your direction and then turned and walked back the other direction. But the general kind of vibe that you're getting is that even though there's tons of people here and they're all talking, like you're not hearing like bouts of laughter and joy in this space. Like these are all like hardworking, relatively serious people. And you haven't like passed by any like taverns or inns or anything yet. So you don't know if that vibe changes when they're somewhere where they're able to let their hair down. But they all seem to be very much about the work of what they're doing. And right now where you are, the work is buying and selling things. But those two people did catch your attention, Kieran. Both taller than dwarves, kind of nondescript humanoids, probably human or half elf, but not dwarves.
How asked Argel if Argel? If so we're the only guests in town?
Argel kind of looks around. No, there's another group showed up about a month ago or so, maybe 6 weeks. Set up the tent on the outskirts. I don't know if you saw it when you were coming in.
The purple tent?
Yes. And
you all saw that, right?
No, Kieran's the only one that saw it. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
The what?
Here, we also
Purple tent's outside on the way in.
No.
Yes. We all. Okay.
Anyway,
Yes,
who
Mr.
are they?
Rickman. Yes.
Oh, I haven't really interacted with him too much. The guards say that they haven't been a concern, so I haven't felt the need to interact as much as I were. They tend to stick around the Gold District and the Soil District, as far as I've seen. Mostly helping people. I think they come to the Gold District, and when people are struggling to buy their bread or meats, they seem to chip in and purchase it for them. In the Soil District, they are mostly just going around greeting people with a smile.
Got it. Yeah.
At what point do I notice the other? Do you point those people out?
You would not notice unless Kieran or Ravik pointed them out.
Okay.
I'll point them out to the group.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't dwarves.
Oh God. What's Enigma up to?
Enigma is currently like in your pack. And if Ravik knows what it means to be actively ignored by a cat, that is what Enigma is doing right now. And he hasn't said anything to you. He hasn't scratched you. He is actively ignoring you, but is in your pack doing this. So it's mostly a vibe that's coming out of your pack.
The cat lays down looking away.
Yeah.
Do you want to stretch your wings a bit, buddy?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was here, Ravik, because when somebody was introducing people to the important people of the town, I didn't see myself being introduced, so I didn't think I was here. I thought I must be dreaming somewhere else.
Enigma, I would never presume to speak on your behalf, which is why I said everyone can introduce themselves.
Ravik, you know I like to be announced.
Well, but you're all ace in the hole if they don't know you're here.
and how amazing you are, we can save you for when the moment's needed.
I mouth to the guard who has to be hearing this.
Kira,
so he doesn't think that any of this is real.
Yeah, because Enigma's fully in the pack talking, so you guys are just talking to Rovik's pack.
He has a communication thing, doesn't he? He's
No, he's talking out loud. Kieran, you hear from Rovik's pack, Kieran, I know when I'm trying to be placated and I like it. So it's fine. It's okay. I'll stay hidden if that's what you need from me, Ravik.
Well, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to do a little detective work.
Oh, he sticks his head up. No. Before you say detective, he sticks his head up out of the back. What do you need?
If you can stay as stealthy as possible. See those two guys over there? And I kind of gesture with my head.
Mm-hmm. I see them.
I'm just curious what they might be up to. They're the only non-dwarves that we've spotted so far.
Oh, there's we've passed 7.
Well, you're very astute. You want to do a little reconnaissance and see what you can learn? Report back to the group?
Okay. I need to know where you're staying so I can catch back up with you, or do you may just go do this now?
We'll find you. Don't worry. And he doesn't have a little communication thing? Okay, well...
no, he doesn't.
No, we made enough for us. Actually, Jathias, very notably, Jathias has mine now because Dot can communicate with all of you, so Jathias
so just keep in mind that if you're doing the broadband communication, Andalusite can't hear you. Yeah. But Jathias will be able to.
Truly a nightmare for me, but that's the price I pay.
Enigma kind of hops up onto your shoulder and then looks around and then spots a ledge on a building nearby, and he leaps off your shoulder, purposefully digging his back claws in a little bit as he leaps. And he gets up to the second floor, and then you see him kind of hop up to the roof and then fly off into the distance a little bit.
Wait. So I have a 5-mile radius on my awakened mind.
Okay.
It doesn't say, it's just as a bonus action, but is it possible for me to make a connection with him and that way he can communicate?
That will drop your connection on a Rearden, I believe.
Yeah, it says choose one creature.
Yeah.
Then you can see. Okay, I'll ask real quick. Which direction is the inn that we're going to be staying in?
Jathias says, we came left out of the Diamond District. If we'd gone right, we would have been in the Soil District. It would have been right there. It's a big circle around the districts other than the Forge is in the middle. So it's he points across. So the Gold District has buildings on both sides of the pathway, but he kind of points off to the right. He says the Forge is there, and then the Soil District is kind of off on the other side.
That big circle, right on the other side of the Forge. Good to know. And I look to Enigma, make sure he's kind of got the general location.
Enigma nods and then dives off of the roof and then kind of disappears over. Let's roll Enigma stealth check.
He's a flying cat. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Let's go, Enigma.
It's a natural 20.
See? I love the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
All right. And then Argel says, that is a interesting cat. Never seen one with wings before.
Oh, he's a special breed. We've actually found him here on the continent.
Oh, well. I guess, Jathias, unless there's anything that
descended from sphinxes.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
He's an impressive little guy.
Why he's got the traits he does.
We care about not introducing.
I'm trying to lead him to
species.
believe that he's like a distant ancestor of sphinxes, not like a sphinx.
Yeah.
By my wording. I don't know if that works.
No, it works. And Jathias kind of leads you all through the gold district while this conversation's happening. And you get to the marker that goes over into the steel district. He's like, oh, the other quarter of the district is the military district. No real reason to go through here, but I wanted to make sure you saw the barracks, the command district, the prison, the guards depot, all here. Unless you do something to get on Argel's bad side, you probably won't necessarily need to be on this side, but it's there. And you do see like there are some soldiers milling about here. A few of those large goats pinned in one location. There's a couple of people riding them. And you do notice that like the entrance way to Jaid Fjell passes right by this district. So it'd be very easy for them to launch a counter offensive against an invading force because the barracks are here right at the entrance. But as you get here, he turns right and kind of cuts to a bridge that goes over this massive pool of lava below you. And you can just, like the moment you step out onto it, you feel like the warping heat rising from the lava far, far below. And you can see there's like tubing and pipes running down from this central like island structure in the middle of the city, and that are piping up this lava to the 4 or 5 large forges around the central forge area. And then the center forge, which is like the size of the other 4 forges all put together in one, is just pumping massive amounts of lava into its reservoirs to heat up the kiln there. And as you kind of walk through, you just the smell of sulfur and flux and the heat of the lava. And here there's just dozens of dwarves and many of them kind of shirtless in the heat or in shirt sleeves, kind of pumping the billows, hammering on things. But none of you have a super background in forging. But Kieran may recognize the type of work that they're doing just from a I have overseen forging before kind of background. Yeah.
Yeah, I make jewelry, but that's as close as I get.
What am I rolling? Natural 16 plus.
Just as let's do a history check.
History, not my strong suit. Plus 5, so 21.
Not your strong suit.
Not my strong suit. Still plus 5.
Yeah. What you notice?
Well, I was confusing it with intimidation, which was right next to it, which is a plus 2.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so it makes it fun.
No. What you notice, Kieran, is that like there are the 4 forges are active and firing, but the center forge is not currently manned. But they are like keeping it on and keeping it heated, which seems slightly a bit of a waste. You're not sure. But the 2 forges that you pass on, the other 2 are a little bit further back behind the all forge, and you can't really get an eye on what they're doing. Both of the forges that you pass are working with the same blanks, with the same type of. They're forging the exact same thing. So you've got like these 2 forges and everybody working there, which there's about 10 dwarves kind of working. As you can see, like the lava comes up in the central chamber and then pours out into like 6 different crucibles type things around the forge, and all of them are working with the exact same blank, but you don't really recognize what it is. But you can tell that there's some like mass production happening between these. Yeah. Like this is your father found out that there's the forge where they have this ability to craft perfect daggers, and your dad said, I want 1 million of those perfect daggers, and so now that's all they're doing is just craft. So you've got the entire city's forging capability seems to be doing one thing. But Jathias guides you guys through there to another bridge, and you can see that there's 4 bridges that connect from each of the 4 districts on the outer ring to the Forge district, as it is the heart of Jaid Fjell. And then he takes you on another one that cuts back from the wedge of where you were back to the soil district. And the moment you cross over the bridge into the soil district, you just see, like, on the back wall, there's 3 terraced risings carved into the wall of this massive chamber, homes. And they've situated it enough, like, you saw from a distance what Jaid Fjell looked like, those terraced homes out on the open mountain. They've tried their best to recreate that here as much as they can, even though the ceiling is rock and they're hidden away from the sunlight here. And so the homes here kind of bear a similar resemblance to Jaid Fjell on the top of the mountain. And the moment you get in here, it's just like quiet families walking around, a few dwarves with their small dwarven children, kind of heading home, people coming back from the gold district with their bags of produce and meat for evening meals. And as you're walking by, you can see lights on in homes, but not that laughter that you would expect when you're with your family. You're not hearing a lot of that. But it's just a quiet district. And you get finally to a large 3-story building that is built onto the terrace. So the front of the building goes up and then has like a rooftop, like inn or garden or something like that. And then it terraces up. And so this building matches the terrace. And Jathiah says, yes, this is my father's inn here. One of the ways he makes money here within Jaid Fjell. But I think you all
had a landlord on the council. Yeah. All right.
Slumlord. Yeah, he collects. He's like a tax collector, and a landlord. He says, but I think you all have the entire 3rd floor to yourself. But might as well go in. And he kind of guides you through the entrance, and you arrive in like when you walk through the door. You actually have to take like 6 steps down, as it's like the floor here is carved into the stone a little bit. So you get a little more height on the 1st floor. And it's a tavern. There's a large bar at the back that's carved out of stone. There's like moon crystal or some kind of crystal chandeliers hanging everywhere. It's not like a rough and tumble tavern from somewhere. This is like I don't know, like this would be like a cocktail lounge in our world. And yeah, it's a jazz bar.
It's the Airbnb.
Yeah.
The Airbnb.
But you see like a smattering of dwarves here. Most of them kind of in not like serious conversation, but serious pallor, and in conversation. There is one table at the back that is smiling and laughing. But everyone else seems to kind of be just like, we finished our day of work. Now we're to do our drinking, and then we'll go from here. And the bartender kind of notices you all walk in, and he says, well, I'll be gone. Is that Jathiah Stone? Welcome. Come on, have a drink. And kind of waves him over and is immediately putting a cup up and pouring something into it, like a mix that he apparently knows what Jathiah would order. And Jathiah walks up and he says, Skada, these are my friends, the Star Striders. They're staying on the 3rd floor. Did my father send over the message, or is this a surprise to you? And Skarda says, actually, your father took care of business this time. I got the keys right here. And he reaches under the counter and he hands 3 keys out. He says, the whole 3rd floor terrace is yours, but those are the keys to your individual rooms. And he said to keep the tab open as long as you'd like, which for your father, I assume that means also food and drink too, doesn't it, Jathiah? And Jathiah says, he said, keep the tab open. I feel like you should. And he says, pour everybody a drink, whether they want it or not. And he takes
Guys, we all have to accept the drinks. We all have to accept the drinks. Do you remember? This is
they did say accept the drinks.
Yes, you have to accept a drink that's offered to you.
And the bartender says, Skarda here. If you need anything, just shout my name loud. You all want the same thing that young Jathiah orders?
Yes, I will have a beer.
Jathiah still has all of his hair, I believe. And I don't think you have much to go.
And I'm fine with it.
Kieran.
And he kind of
with my ears.
Yeah,
I was picturing the ears. I'm like, are they still there?
Yep, they're still there.
them.
Oh yeah.
He pours 6 drinks out on the table and then slides them out to all of you as Jathias kind of sips on his. And then Jathias hands you guys the 3 keys for your rooms.
I will cast Purify Food and Drink on mine to remove any alcohol.
Okay.
Ooh.
Jathias, where are you staying? If we're are you staying with us in Terrace or?
Oh, well, I mean, I have a room at my father's home, but I also have an apartment that I sometimes keep with the coin that I put together. I don't know if it's still there. It's been a while. I don't know, Skarda, are there any rooms here open? And Skarda kind of looks where he keeps the keys down at the bottom. He says, well, those outsiders, ever since they moved in from the tent, they were staying here for a few days, but they've moved on, I think. So yeah, we've got a couple chambers open. And Jathias says, well, I'll take one on the first floor. You can still put it on my father's tab. You won't know the difference. And he slides a key over to Jathias. If you take the drink is like hibiscus honey, maybe a little like floral gin type drink. It's definitely not like a hearty ale or anything like that. It's a warm, comforting drink that is a little sweet, and Jathias seems to enjoy that very much.
So who are these blokes from the tent?
Beat me to it.
Skarda says, well, I don't know. They're kind individuals. If you want to talk, I think and he kind of points to the back and he says, I think Damini.
The laughing table.
What is his name? I think Damini at the back. He's probably been the most tied in with him. They were helping him with arranging the goat farm when they first arrived, and he's kind of been instrumental in getting them welcomed into town. We're not exactly averse to outsiders, as it were, but having somebody speak up for you, like young Jathias here, is really helpful with that. But yeah, you can talk to Damini in the back if you have any questions.
Arranging the goat farm gotta be some kind of euphemism.
Arranging the goat.
No one was thinking that. No one was thinking that.
No,
Well,
you brought it up. Yeah.
In reality,
Actually, none of that would lead me to believe that.
yeah. In reality, they're
And I'm one of the worst ones about it.
Yeah.
So I don't
in
know.
reality, they were either ingratiating themselves to the one person to get into it, or they're putting something on that land.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
those are
I
the two
will,
real options. Atwood.
And we know what they are.
We do.
I will
No, we do.
ping everybody on the headsets. Interested in hearing what the cat brings back, because when they saw us, they turned around.
Yeah, I wish we could check in on him, but he's pretty capable. I'm sure he'll make his way here pretty soon. In the meantime, why don't we see if we can talk? Why don't we see if we can talk up our friends over there in the corner on that back table? See what they might know about the tent dwellers.
What were you saying, Lucky?
Yeah, good lucky.
I was just saying that we can always go ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not averse to that at all. Let's see what information we can get here, and then head out. Maybe meet up with Enigma.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't drank my drink yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and see if I can set up a friendly conversation with the table in the corner. Who was the guy?
I see
He
him
said
going, and I'm like, that must have been the plan. Nice.
Yeah, Domina. Yep. So you head back there to converse, and as you get approach them, it's an older dwarven gentleman, and then there's 2 others, and again, like laughing and enjoying each other's company as you walk by. The rest of you can make a perception check while you are in the chamber as Ravik kind of walks back in that direction.
Hello, friends.
19.
18.
God.
19.
Okay. So as Ravik's kind of going, Kieran, you kind of go to set your glass back down, and behind the bar, kind of like posted up by some of the kind of amber bottles, like nailed into a post, you see a post that is like a drawing of a person. And there's writing in Dwarvish on it. I don't think any of you speak Dwarvish.
Oh, check. I don't think so.
Okay. But that catches your eye because it's like everything else in this chamber is very well put together and like purposeful. Like that is a late addition to this, and somebody just took this and like nailed it to the bar, basically. And it's up at the back, but it's a drawing of an individual, like a young, probably looking female, but at the back. But Ravik, you walk up, and the Dominic kind of turns and looks in your direction. Ah, friend. How are you doing? What can I do for you?
Me and my friends here. We're new in town, and just got ourselves a couple of rooms here on the generosity of one of the council members, Mr. Reardon. You all seem to be having a good time, and some of my friends are a bit weary from travel. Thought I would just come in to introduce myself. I'm Ravik Seaborn.
Ravik. My name's Dharmana. These are my sons, Lode and Thorn, and we are we're pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lode, terrible name, and
I was gonna let you have it, Josh. Hey, I was being so respectful. I was being so kind.
It's spelled. Sorry,
I thought it was going to be load and bearing.
No. It's spelled load like lodestone. Like
these are
LODE.
pitch and catcher.
Pitch and catcher.
Like no.
Load and Thorn. And he says, there's only 3 seats here. I'd actually to sit down, but if you don't mind standing and having a conversation, you're more than welcome to hang out with us if you like. We're just enjoying the evening before we head back out to the farm for the night for the missus. I'm sure she's cooking us a nice dinner up.
Oh, you're farming folks, huh?
Oh yeah, we run the goat farm out at the back. We provide all the sturdy goats for the Steel Legion here.
Now, how long have you been doing that? That seems pretty interesting.
Well, as long as I've been alive, and my father did it before me, and probably before that, all the way back until the time when the veil was all over us, and the goats were down here with us in the stink.
Oh wow, that must have been difficult farming during the time of the veil.
For goats, not so difficult. Not with the goats. The goats are pretty easy to do it. They just want somewhere to piss and shit and some food to eat, and they'll pretty much eat anything. The goats will.
Okay, yeah, and I'm going in on them about goats and asking questions all that stuff. I'm leaning in trying to grease them up a little bit, make them comfortable in conversation.
Grease them up,
and eventually I want to get the conversation around to just some of the different players around town. So I mentioned Reardon.
I don't know much about the council members. They're all pretty high and mighty out there. They don't get up into the goat farm very often. We work a little bit with Dordan Braid because he's kind of the leader of the Steel Legion. But he mostly just comes out and he looks at the goats and makes sure the goats are okay.
Oh, that's pretty much what I assumed. We met some of them. They were a bit weary of us, and that's understandable. But
yes, they don't necessarily like outsiders. Sometimes outsiders are not exactly welcome here.
Yeah, outside. Well, we noticed a few others that didn't seem like they were natives. I think a few people mentioned they came from that tent just on the outskirts.
Well, I don't think they came from the tent. They brought the tent here and they set the tent up.
Well, yeah.
Bonnie should be in this conversation.
Get nowhere.
Yeah.
I heard they've been pretty helpful around town, though. That seems like
they're pretty decent folk, as much as it is for those of the tall variety. They don't look down on the dwarves. They just kind of help us up. They helped me rebuild the fence out at the goat farm after that wind blew it down. And then the last time that there was that earthquake when the volcano was threatening to erupt and then part of the house came down, they helped rebuild the slant knee there. And, it's been very wonderful for them to come out there. And then, I just introduced them to the town folk and got them past the guards, and they've just been around helping people all day
Bonnie,
long.
feels herself being drawn like a moth to a flame.
Like a mom to a PTA meeting.
Usually, magnets of the same type are repelled from one another.
I'm reminded of that episode of Star Trek where Data is practicing the
oh, my baby.
the speech, the small talk.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets with the guy that's like the expert, and they just keep going off of each other. And it's like, they've been talking for 30 minutes and haven't said anything.
Yeah, so in that vein, Josh, what I want to try to do here is, I think Bonnie's, what's the word I'm looking for? Savvy enough to kind of see the route that Ravik's trying to get. And I think Bonnie is going to be like the BS patch. Like, is going to be the one who's like firing back and like,
You're like the Midwestern translator.
Yeah. Not translator, just like ask about the fence. Like all the inane stuff, so he feels like, he's just partaking in a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then like leaving small openings for Ravik to make like one or two maybe more pointed questions, so it doesn't quite feel like an interrogation.
Okay. As you walk up, Bonnie, enjoying the conversation, he says, blimey, that's such a walking rabbit.
Oh, I like to do some jumping as well. I heard you talking about mending a fence there. I've mended a fence or two in my day.
Well, it's a good, strong strategy to have. You have to have well-mended fences. You know, they say good fences make good neighbors.
Well, and you got to make sure you paint them nice, too. I go for a kind of eggshell white on the ones on the south side of our house. But on the northern side, go for kind of a sort of a brighter, Scotch bonnet blue kind of a color.
You paint your rocks? I've never heard of anybody painting a rock fence before.
Well, we have a wood fence, but that's because of where we're from. We have fewer rocks and more wood where we are.
He kind of taps the deck or the table, which is made of wood. But you get the sense he's like tapping the fact that they're living on a mountain. And he's like, nah, plenty of rocks here. Better to make it out of that. And it lasts longer.
Well, if I had as many rocks as you did, I sure as heck would use them a lot more.
Yeah, well, and what was your friend asked? Your friend asked me a question before you walked up, and I can't remember what it was, and it feels impolite not to answer.
Oh, I was just asking about your new friends. They seem like they were pretty helpful with the fence and all. Maybe we want to meet them at some point.
Oh, yeah, well, if you stick around long enough, I'm sure that they'll make themselves known to you. They have a tendency to just kind of show up when you need them the most. They call themselves the Brotherhood. I feel like that's kind of what they share with the world.
Oh, Brotherhood. I wonder where they got a name like that.
Well, I think they gave it to themselves.
Must be a reason, huh? I wonder what the thought process is behind that.
I want to say, like, Bonnie is like in between all of Ravik's questions, Bonnie is interjecting with like 5 inane bullshit.
Sure.
Like, just so this guy doesn't feel like he's being grilled about the people in the purple tent.
Sure, absolutely. With that in mind, Bonnie, you can make a persuasion check as well as Ravik separate because you guys have separate intentions.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Oh, poor Donna.
That was my persuasion.
An 11. it's in the double digits.
We're moving on up.
27.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, like you get the sense that like he's kind of eased into it. He is talking to you like he trusts you enough that you could probably get away with asking him a couple questions without him getting too suspicious about your intentions.
Okay. I want to know, I guess, as much as I can about the Brotherhood. Maybe if they had any interesting, I don't know, just conversation, anything that I can know about the Brotherhood.
Okay.
Really,
well, the last thing you said to him was that
they may have
you wondered where they got
them.
You the last thing you said was you wondered where they got their names. So he asked you, I don't know. Is your little group over here? They have a name that they've given themselves?
Well, yeah, we go by the Star Striders.
The Star Striders. What a name. Does that tell people exactly what you are?
Well, it gives them a bit of an idea.
Well, you might be friends with the Brotherhood then, all right, because I think their full name is Brotherhood of the Comet, I think. So, comets and stars both come from the sky. So I imagine that makes you kin.
Yeah, we have a lot in common. It's very astute over there.
Well, I'm not exactly sure where they're staying. They moved out of the tent a little while ago, and they were staying here at the inn. I kind of hooked them up with the room with Scarda over there, but they kind of moved out about 2 weeks ago, I think. I really kept tabs of them. After I made their connections, they didn't really need my assistance anymore, and I've got a lot to do back out the farm. So,
well, were there just a few of them, or were?
I think there was about 10, I think.
Okay, it's a pretty easy group to travel along with.
Yeah, I'm not quite exactly sure how they got here. They just rolled up one day in a cart, but they're clearly not from High Walls, so I'm not exactly sure how they got here. But I never thought to ask.
What do you like in a cart? I mean, I'm always fond of the 4-wheeled variety myself, but I see people like the dog cart with just the 2 wheels, and then having a mule to pull it. I mean, that's always good. But
I've never heard a conversation that sounded like Thieves Can't, and Thieves Can't is not the conversation.
But I didn't feel the need to come back for what was happening.
Yeah. With Bonnie's, you get the sense of like their drinks are empty. And he already said that like he and his 2 sons, they were planning on going back home. You get the sense you are getting to the end of his level of hospitality, but like that smile and that laughter and that joy has never left his face. Like it strikes you as odd enough that you, aside from like Dorden Braid, who was poking fun at Reardon, that was the only time you really saw it. This is one of the first dwarves that you've seen smile in Jaid Fjell.
I'm not gonna let us wear out our welcome or make it seem like we're intrusive. So I'm gonna paw like Ravik below the table maybe and
Kinky.
Be like, it's like Ravik's got pretty good social skills.
Greasing people up, pawing under the table. But you get the sense of like they're not gonna tell you that it's time for this conversation to end, but they're definitely ready to go.
All right, we'll do the Midwestern goodbye of like just walk to the door like
you slap your palm, go well and stand up. Okay.
I don't want to keep you from the missus. That sure sounds like a supper that can't be beat there.
I think she's probably making something kind of delicious. We're vegetarians. We don't eat meat. When you raise goats, you kind of fall in love with them, and I think that's pretty much the only thing the meat that people eat around here is the goats. So I don't know. She'll probably make something quite delicious. I would invite you, but I don't think that there's enough seats around the table. Have a great evening. And
you take care of yourselves now.
Yeah.
Yep. Appreciate your hospitality.
And he
Very
kind
nice
of shakes your hand, Ravik. He shakes Bonnie's hand, and the son's probably like 17, 18 years old. Get up and kind of, they didn't speak much, follow their father out, and he waves goodbye to Scarda, and Scarda waves as well.
Well, I'll just go back to the group, let them know the little bit that we learned about. About 10 of them. They ride around in a cart. Nothing really that earth-shattering when it comes to intel.
Does the name mean anything to me, Josh?
Brother of the Comet, kind
of infer.
That like the organization that calls themselves the Star Speakers, they also go by the Cult of the Comet, and they have occasionally referred to themselves as the Brotherhood of the Comet.
I know who that is. I know who they are.
I think Bonnie doesn't trust him, but it's for some stupid reason. Like
he said that they put cheese in their hot dish, and I just can't trust a man who does that.
But while Bonnie's saying that, you all are very aware that Lucky is very serious in this moment with Lucky's realization as well.
Well, don't be shy, Lucky. What do you know about him?
I just need a conversation I need to happen upstairs.
Upstairs, please.
Okay. Jathias says, my room's down here. I don't want to.
Oh, if you want to come, you can. I'm not kicking you out.
Then the terrace is this way. And he kind of leads you to a staircase that goes up behind the bar. And then curves around and opens up. And then you are on that first floor terrace. And this is like set up with seating arrangements that look out over the soil district and then the forge beyond. And then he curves around and there's a staircase on the side that goes up to a doorway that goes to the second floor, walks to the end of that hallway, and then up a staircase to a third terrace, which you have to unlock with one of your keys. You all have a private terrace on the third floor. And then at the back of the terrace, there are 4 rooms. You have the keys to 3 of those rooms. So you each have your own kind of like individual, it's like a motel, but like really fancy, where the doors to each of the rooms are on the outside, but they're on this like outdoor terrace. And there's like fire pits and things around. And the moment you step out onto the terrace, one of the fire pits lights up and there's a couple torches around that magically light up as well from your presence. And then Jathias kind of goes to the edge and like looks down and he's like, it doesn't seem like anybody's on the second floor or the first. But if you want to,
It's not terribly, I just don't want anyone hearing me say this, but I'm almost sure that's the cult of the comet from Illyria.
They made their way all the way out here.
Why wouldn't they?
Just wondering how. They said that the tent just sort of popped up. No one saw them or how they got.
Well, they're aliens, Ravik, so... Remember, we know
aliens.
All this now.
Aliens.
It's aliens.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, it's you, Kieran.
Yeah.
We got our friend Kieran here, so still curious how they actually travel, though.
Well,
This
it's
can't be good if they're trying to spread here.
very bad. Very bad.
Well, Enigma's out there spying on them right now. And
I am?
Now oh, thank goodness.
Baby.
I'm glad you popped up before I got emotional about your departure. So,
Oh, Ravik.
yeah, well, did you learn anything about our extraterrestrial friends?
Yeah.
Do you want to share, Enigma?
Oh, okay. So
I get out the catnip and like shuffle the catnip in front of him.
yeah, he
Not until he finishes
No, I'm holding it in front of him like
kind of like he looks over at Andulicite and then looks back. He says, "I will not be bribed."
It's not a bribe. It's an offering.
Oh, okay. Well, oh yeah. So I followed them. One of them was a girl, I think, and one of them was a boy. I think they were both half elves, which is, they kind of stood out. And they're also all wearing the same little outfit. It's kind of like white with like a purple sash, like they won a county fair or something. And then they were walking down the street, and then they kind of turned. And then the moment you all left the Gold District, they walked back to the Gold District and they walked through the Gold District. And there was this old lady selling turnips, and they bought some turnips from her. And then they walked down that hallway a little bit, or that aisle a little bit more. And then they met up with these other 2 people. And I think one of them was an elf and the other one was a human. And then they kept walking down, and then they met up with 2 more. They were traveling in pairs. And then I lost them. They went into an alleyway, and I kind of got up onto the roof. And by the time I looked over into the alleyway, they were gone.
And could you tell us which alleyway they disappeared down?
I absolutely could.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Are you
I'm
going
wondering
to-
why they would have wanted to avoid us when they noticed us.
I don't know. Maybe this town isn't big enough for all of you.
That could be it, Enigma. That could definitely be it.
I read that in a book somewhere.
Also, if we're Illyrians, we might know more about them. I think they're using how closed off people are here to their advantage.
I don't know. They're helping people out. They bought late from the turnips. There was this one guy who was like fishing for change for something, and they just threw the gold on the countertop and bought him his dinner.
Yes, that's what they do. They're ingratiating themselves.
That's
and
a
then they'll
good
hit you
word,
with
Lucky.
They hit you with the. Well, they'll hit you with the good word. Is what they're about to do.
They were all traveling together. But when we walked into town, I definitely saw at least 4 others that you all didn't see. So I think that means that there are at least 10 in town.
Yeah, I think that's what our friends tonight told us, about 10 of them.
A pot of them.
Maybe we should go investigate the tent if they're not staying there anymore.
I want to talk to him.
Look, I'm not going to say this isn't a good idea. I'm just going to tell you, people are going to notice if a 7-foot rabbit decides to walk out of the town and go look at a tent somewhere.
Well, do you want to stay behind Miss Bonnie and hold down the fort?
Well, I was thinking that maybe I could do something obvious. Because they're not going to miss me.
I hate to say it, but I'm also in the same...
You want to be a distraction? Is that what you want to do?
That's the word.
Okay.
Not saying it's a bad idea, we just have to be careful.
What do you want to do? I mean, we can't... I don't want to mess up this town.
No, of course not.
Just ask, what could they do to create a distraction but not get themselves incarcerated?
Jathias, is there any blood sport?
Oh, are there, there's the, Cold Iron has arm wrestling competitions.
Bonnie stands up and is like, all right, Kieran, let's go.
Well, I was gonna say, if your goal is to be sneaky, we're about shutting down time. They turned the forge down shortly after sunset. There's a kind of a night crew that does a little bit of work there, but for the most part, the district quiets down. If you want to be, or if you are sneaky, you could probably get through the streets relatively easy at night, but that is when the guard starts their patrol.
So they're shutting down soon, is what you're saying.
Everyone here's workers for the most part, so they all rise early and go to bed fairly early as well. Walking around at night is not impossible, but it would require you to be a little sneaky. And no offense, Bonnie, or maybe just Bonnie. I don't know if you are skilled in the art of not being seen.
I'm not.
Well, but you don't know the rules, and you're not a worker, so it's not terrible if you're coming back later. Seen.
We could say that I heard something.
I can also just polywork.
And perhaps if you're more obvious coming back, then other people might be less so. I can also maybe help with getting some of us a little closer in and out.
Turn you into a frog.
Well,
are the gate guards?
Yeah, the main city gates. At least when I was here before, they didn't close them at night, but they kept patrol on the outside, of course. And the fire brigade is always active, going in and out of town to the burning fields. So there's a little bit of activity around the gates for sure. And that central tunnel is the only way in and out.
Jathias, can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this.
Okay.
But do you know what the city is mass producing right now? It seemed like the forge was all trained on one thing.
No, all the forges were working on the same. Normally, the four forges are owned independently by different families from the forge district, and
They were mass producing something.
normally they don't all
Seen it
work on the same
before.
order. That means probably a requisition from the government.
Of all the same things, something so large, a high scale. Okay.
Could have something to do with the burning fields.
Perhaps. Maybe they found a better way of dealing with the vines other than just lighting them on fire, and then they would need something to mass produce. But normally the four families don't work on the same orders together. They compete for orders. But if it's something so large that they were able to requisition all four forges, then that's definitely governmental coin, probably. The only other individual in town with enough money to requisition all four forges would be my father.
Lonnie, why don't you and I go for a late night walk and just go take a look at the forges to see if we can figure out what they're making? Just
I have no
wandering
idea.
through town.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but sure.
That's okay.
You're a tourist. You can ask questions.
Jathias looks up at the kind of crystal cavern ceiling, and you can tell he's reading the light in the cavern a little bit. He's like, I think you probably have about an hour before complete dark night. So being probably caught out is easier than being caught going.
Yeah. And I, with my father's interest, can find out what they're making from a business perspective that perhaps we might want to make deals.
Yeah. The four families would love to make deals with anybody. They are the finest craftsmen in all of Illyria, regardless of what the Eldritch Peak bastards probably tell you.
I think that's a good plan.
Bonnie and I will be a distraction, but try and find info. You go look at the tent.
I want to talk to them so badly. So, if this is a reconnaissance mission, I understand that, and I will go along with that. But I do want to speak to them face to face eventually.
I mean,
Well, if they disappeared in the alleyway, we need to find out where they're staying, and perhaps that information will be at the tent.
and tomorrow we could go around and try to be perspectives for them.
Sure.
You know, if we make ourselves marks, it might be might be able to attract them to us.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
I do find
Josh,
it
how
that they
long
were
is
trying
it?
to avoid us.
Josh, how long is it until night? Is
About
it
an
night right
hour.
now?
About an hour.
Okay, I will craft you guys something. So hopefully.
Yeah. If you want to go before the night falls, then there's no rolls needed for your travels, Kieran and Bonnie, or Lucky, Ravik,
Bonnie,
and
I give you the Misty Step token, so you'll have a free Misty Step too.
Thank you.
As you guys, so Kieran and Bonnie, you decide to head out. As the rest of you, like Jathias is kind of like looking out over the forge, like he's kind of watching the city beneath him. And when he sees Kieran and Bonnie getting ready to go, he kind of looks over and do just like,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm not sure exactly what you all are looking for with these outsiders. But this was a friend of mine, and he hands you a rolled up parchment. When you unroll it, it is the poster that was on the the bar above.
Which I also rolled high enough, by the way.
But you already saw it. Yeah, which is Kieran's already kind of heading out with Bonnie.
I rolled also in that moment. I just was but I rolled enough to know as well.
And you can tell, like, you can't read it because it's Dwarvish, but it bears all the markings of a missing persons poster. And he says, this was one of my schoolmates. Her name is Malachite Nice. Or Nice. I forget how Nice is pronounced. Anyways, Malachite Nice. She was a good friend, but I didn't expect to see her there. Also, that's not the only poster I saw on our travels today. It's not rare for someone to go missing. Unfortunately, there's the occasional miner who kind of loses his way and gets lost back in the mines, or takes a tumble into the forge. But I saw a couple posters that were too young to be that type of loss. But I only recognized her.
Was it children or on the other ones?
Malachite looks like she's probably Dithias's age, so maybe early 20s.
Troubling.
Yeah, but if you are all out trying to solve mysteries, I think you're probably pretty good at doing that. So I don't know if you can keep an eye out for her.
Of course we can.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Maybe she just ran away with a paramour, and her parents just don't know. But
well, I don't know. Did you care about her? You seem to.
Oh no! We were just friends in school, so.
I mean, I don't think you'd be carrying this around. No offense.
If you saw one of your friends on a missing poster, I think. I don't know. Well, anyway, if you just keep an eye out.
Blocked him so hard in that moment. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I understand.
I think if you all are trying to be subterfuge, then it's probably better than I don't go. If you haven't noticed that most people recognize me. I'm
a little worried about you here. I mean, we still don't know the machinations about what got you put there or who did that to you specifically. So, until we know more, I'd like to be watching you.
Well, I'm happy to go with you, but if you have a way to make, you all are magical. Do you have a way of making me not look like this?
Yeah, 100%, yes.
Oh, well, then I could travel with you, yes.
Okay, great. I think that's for the best. I'm just worried because we don't know exactly whose goal that was.
Also, he can serve as a guide to help you get the quickest way in and out that's the safest.
Well, I'd be happy to help.
All right. So we're home team and they're away team.
Okay. So Lucky, Ravik, and Delisane. And Kieran, Bonnie.
Time to craft. All right, everybody, get in the crafting circle. We're going to teach Jithias how to knit. I'm crafting.
Well, we need to head out since it's an hour till sunset.
Yeah, we should head out too. I think.
Yeah, what are we heading out to? You mean
I think so.
Yeah, we head out.
I tell Visual he can go where he will.
He can come with us. What do you mean? He can definitely come with us.
I know, but I tell him if you think he'd be more helpful with the other group.
Either group. I see.
I'm not gonna lie, he actually might be more helpful with the others.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you, Lucky, and he kind of just says, "Well, I think to make sure it stays balanced, I should support Kieran and Bonnie, but."
You know a bit about wares.
I'm also not incredibly stealthy, so if that's your intention, I think
I wasn't going to say that part, but yeah, that too.
Well,
I don't know. You seem pretty sneaky to me, huh? Just my opinion.
Sneaky and stealthy are two different things.
It's very true, Kieran.
I said what I said, Kieran.
Anyway, I think I will offer distraction. I don't think that there are many purple tieflings walking around in Jaid Fjell, so I should probably keep a little bit of attention focused on me.
Team not from around here will go this way.
All right.
This can only go well.
Yeah.
Like,
How much trouble could the three of us possibly get in?
I don't know. We have a long history of Rob and Atwood
God.
roughing up.
Oh, what the
Okay.
fuck did I let happen?
We're not sure.
At one point in time, there was a
I know,
cheese
that's why I
wheel.
was like, oh, NPC, please go with the other
NPC,
team.
please. Non-chaotic NPC,
NPC,
please.
please.
our combined ages are in the double digits this time.
That's true.
That doesn't make me feel better.
No.
You got no intelligence.
Different characters. I mean, we
Got
still
no
might get up
intelligence.
It was really funny
shenanigans.
when I was like, okay, don't mess up the town. Bonnie's like, no, I would never. And I'm like, what a thing for Atwood, the player.
I know.
Yeah.
when Josh was describing the jail, I said, the shot of us cutting to us in the jail.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you wondered how I
I'm
got
wondering
there.
how we ended up.
Yeah.
Here.
I have trust in Josh making sure this happens despite Bonnie's best intentions.
All right. So Kieran, Bonnie, and Vigil, you make your way out of the inn and back down into the Soil District. And it's not a long journey to the forge if you want to take that straight shot to the forge. And then I don't know if your goal was to go on to the Cold Iron, but it is a bar in the Steel District that is often that's where the Steel Legion kind of goes in their off time. But that is, and Jathias would have explained all of this to you guys. So if you want to go there as well for the distraction purposes, you can get to there from the Forge District. So you kind of make your way out of the Soil District, and there are families are there's not as many people walking the streets in the Soil District. You can tell like everyone's kind of in their homes. There's the smell of like cooking fires and things are around, but there's not people out in the streets. Although you can still see people milling about on the roads of the Gold District and the Steel District across the forge from you, or around, depending on which direction you want to go. But if you take the bridge over, you absolutely can get to the forge. Now, the question is, how do you want to approach going into check on things here?
I think we approach it that, like I said, my father is one of the merchant princes, and I'm seeing what local goods can be produced.
Okay, so you walk up,
and what we might be able to offer as far as alloys that maybe they haven't worked with before.
Okay, so the first forge that you'll encounter coming from the Soil District is, where am I? This is my map. Okay, is the Platinum Forge, and they you see like some like heavily muscled dwarven men like powering the billows, just sweat drenching them from the heat. And then there is a female dwarf standing at the anvil, like hammering out something, as another one is pouring fresh molten metal into one of those blanks and then sliding it into a press. And then kind of it's coming back out and then flipping off to another one where it's cooling a little bit as they are pounding a little bit into shape. And one of the kind of overseers sees you pounding into shape. Thanks, Lucky. One of the overseers. I don't like it. Jace. Sorry, Jace. One of the overseers kind of sees you approaching and says, stay back, please. It's too hot here for those who aren't accustomed to it.
It's a bit balmy, but not too bad.
I don't know. You got a little sheen on you.
I didn't say it wasn't hot.
But
I've been in the forge before.
He kind of wipes his hands. What can I do for you? I'm not sure. Afraid we're not taking orders at this time.
Well, I wouldn't be placing an order at this time, but perhaps in the future. So, wanted to see what your operation looked like.
Well,
My father is a
he stops
merchant
me.
with an interesting background, and he likes to make deals. And so, finding out what you make, what you're good at, and what we could perhaps come to a business arrangement to meet mutual ends.
Well, clearly you've never been to Jaid Fjell before because we make everything and we're good at it all.
Well then, what are you best at?
Whatever you want to put in front of us. But we are probably booked up for the next. He kind of looks at a ledger on a desk nearby. It looks like we're probably booked up for another week or so.
What's got you so busy?
Well, I'm sure your father probably doesn't like when his
and
orders
mentally, I'm pinging Bonnie of going, slide off, see what you can see.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of turns back to you and says, I'm sure your father doesn't like it when his business is shared with others. We don't make it a habit of talking about our customers' orders.
Well, sometimes you can jump the queue if you pay enough.
Well, how much are you talking? Bonnie, make a stealth check.
I'm actually going to. So I've got that giant 1 pound cogwheel that I found not long ago in that one site, and I'm going to take it out of my bag as though like it's something we're thinking about making, and then I want to fumble this thing like bad.
Okay. So it's not hard to fumble.
Yeah. Bonnie's good at that. Just
yeah. So you drop the object and it kind of clangs to the ground.
Shit.
And the overseer goes to help you pick it up and walks away from the table to go help pick up the cogwheel.
I look at the ledger while I can.
Okay. Make a stealth check, Kieran.
I love that Kieran was like, all right, Bonnie, you be the lookout. And Bonnie was like, no! No.
I know myself well enough. That's not a good idea.
Let the 7-foot rabbit sneak away amongst the dwarves. That's not going to work out.
Well, the bright blue guy probably is.
My goal was if you could see something, but if not, it would like, oh, wait, where's your friend going? And to go off and chase you. So the idea was one way or another, we would get information. And it's an 18, Josh.
An 18? Okay. Let's see.
I'm not flipping through the paper. I'm just trying to read them up.
The other individuals.
I know how to read upside down. I'm assuming.
Yeah. The other Forge members are all very focused on their work. So this is literally just the overseer.
Serious and important.
Oh, is disadvantage, and I rolled the same on both.
Oh, I
dice.
got my.
And so, he goes to help Bonnie pick it up, and then like with one arm, just kind of like lifts it up, and then hands it back to you, Bonnie. And Kieran, what you see in the order is like this is an order log, and there's kind of a not an itinerary, it's a receipt basically of what is there, and you can see that like on the ledger. Every single spot for the last probably week and a half has been the exact same inventory. And it's been about 10 objects a day. It looks like they have to make there's 100 of one object that is then crafted together or like welded or merged together in some other way to make another object. So they're having to make like 1,000 of this object to make 10 of these other objects. And they've done that every single day for the last week. And it looks like they're averaging about like a complete order every 2 days or so. And so you get the sense that whatever this is, they've made about, this forge has made about 6 of them in the time that they've been working on them. The description is very much like, it's like there's no like name attached. It's not like saying like, oh, this is called a blank. It's like, this is like part A, and then there's directions on how to forge them together. But the thing that stands out to you with your perception is that the the metals is what's interesting, because the objects are all made out of platinum, like the small objects, and they are all specifically welded together with purified silver. Which is not a great welding metal.
No, and this means nothing to me, but I'm thinking it might be something arcane, and we'll be chatting with Lucky and Dulicide and Roddick later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it means something, I think, if I remember right. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but the objects themselves are platinum, so you can already expensive, right? And then purified silver is binding them together in some way. And like what you can tell is that like the blank here is just for whatever object A is. So they must be sending object A somewhere else for the second stage to being done. They're just they're building object A right now, which you can see like one of the blanks. It is like, it's a piece of metal that forms kind of like an M shape. And it's like tubular in structure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when what's his name comes back, I'm just going to go into my father specializes in exotic metals.
Oh, well, we work pretty regularly with exotic metals of any kind that you like. Tell your friend to be more careful with their objects. If you drop something, he kind of points off to the side, and you guys are only like 40 feet from the edge of the forge, and he's like, if it had rolled that way, you'd never seen it again.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I did not mean for that to happen. I really just, if there's anything I can do to help make it up to you, just let me know.
Yeah, just hold on to it in the future. But your father, well, as you can see, and he kind of points back and he's like, it's hard to forge with pure platinum and silver, but we're managing pretty efficiently with this current order. So whatever your father probably needs to work with, we can do.
It'll be something you haven't seen before. But I think your forge is one of the few that's hot enough to do it.
Well, if you have the plans, we can make it happen.
Do you have a card?
The forge master, like, he kind of looks back and he says, hey, Bonnie, Body, not Bunny. And he...
Bonnie turns.
Yeah. He, like, goes over to the forge and pulls out like a disc of metal that's been heated there, and he slaps it on the anvil, and Body reaches over, like this muscular, strong dwarven woman, and she grabs something from a space, and she puts it on there and then hammers it once, and then takes it and dips it cold pressed, and like all of the impurities kind of float off of the metal as it cools, and then she pulls it out with the tongs and puts it on the countertop, and you can see like a platinum forge marked onto it.
Are there any good jewelers in the area that you interface with regularly?
Well, the best jewelers are going to be in the gold district. If you go, probably, let's say the unbroken clasp is probably the most trustworthy.
Interesting. And you collaborate with them quite often?
Well,
or at least often enough.
If somebody doesn't want or doesn't have a jeweler in mind, it's often who I recommend. Family friend.
Excellent. I think my father will be very interested.
Well, absolutely. I look forward to your business. Like I said, about a week, and then our forge opens back up.
I'll communicate with my father, see what we can find out.
Good luck. Safe travels.
Thank you, sir.
And he turns back. Yeah, Bonnie.
Can I, just for, I'm not looking at the forge, I'm looking at the people.
Yeah.
Can I want to try to see if there's like anything about the people that are working in the forge, like, you know, are they maybe under a bit more stress than they usually are? Like, I'm just gonna kind of look around for signs of like added duress, like maybe they're trying to meet a strict deadline or something.
Yeah, go ahead and
like
make an insight check.
All right, gang. It's 8.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're working hard, but they look competent and they don't seem stressed.
It's your consistency that I admire.
I know. You know what? Like,
Well, you're not an intelligence build, so
that
was not what I was hoping for you.
I'm really not. But the fact that I rolled a nat 20 on the parenting thing really is like the dice are telling a hell of a story.
Her insight's wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a wisdom build.
Not a wisdom
either.
build.
Neither of those.
But
stats
also a charisma
are
build
his
and
best.
doesn't. So.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're not rolling your strength, so I wasn't hyping up for you. I'm sorry.
If I had worded it differently, I'd be like, I look for the working fathers who are.
Yeah, then it might have worked. Who just want to get home to their children.
If I had worded it differently, I would have gotten it.
Yeah, no. They're working hard, but you don't get the sense that they're rushing or that they are taking care to do their work in an effective, responsible way.
When I looked at the ledger, could I see who placed the order?
So the order, let's see, would it have been on the ledger? Oh yeah, it just said diamond. So there wasn't a name attached to it. It was just diamond, which, I mean, the only thing that you know associated with the town is the Diamond District, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'll be a Josiah question.
All right. Do you all head from here to the Cold Iron?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. As we head back to the other crew, and with are we going to sneak effectively out of town and to the inn? That's where we'll pick up next week.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You were
So I assume
like-
they're splitting the work up between the forges, so no one has like the full plan of whatever they're trying to build.
They don't know what
That's
they're
possible.
making.
Well, and they can get it as fast as possible.
Mhm.
That too, yeah, that too.
They
Isn't it
invented
so
the
weird
assembly line.
that the Star Speakers came into town right when this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
They've been
Is it
here
weird
about
that silver is like a whole thing? That's
yeah,
important.
purified
Yeah.
silver. So
Purified
interesting.
silver?
They've been there for
I wonder if that repels anything.
6 weeks, and this order's been going for 2 weeks. But yeah.
This is some devil shit. That's what I'm saying.
There's stuff and things and stuff happening.
There's stuff and things, and
There's stuff and
Things and
things
stuff.
happening? What?
Yeah. There's shenanigans, Josh.
I mean that's what I think.
happening.
That's what.
I want
And
to
if-
talk to the Star Speakers as like he's so.
Yes. Oh, we will. We're gonna do the whole like. Oh my gosh! If only there was a religion for us to follow. Like it's gonna be so funny.
No.
Oh, we are just we don't know what we're doing with our lives. It's gonna be so fucking funny, dude.
Very
I
Scooby-Doo
cannot-
antics.
I cannot wait for Bonnie's Pam Poovey moment at the arm wrestling tournament.
Is that woman in that video?
That's what's her name from Archer?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking about that. That's such a pull, but I
hang on.
appreciate it.
Hang on.
I know.
Chloe says hi. everybody.
Sully, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was so angry, Sully.
We had a rough afternoon. That little stuff.
Oh.
Oh, Josh, the house looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
Looks so nice, so professional. I was like, God damn.
It was all for Friday and Saturday and this morning.
So wild. It
Yeah.
looks so good.
That's what happens when you get ADHD hyperfocus and then you lose
Mhm.
an entire weekend to something.
Lose.
Mm-hmm.
A weekend well spent.
Yeah.
Yep, I was very much leaning the second I got back. I was like, oh, the mania. All right, well, time to do this.
How was the
How was Portland? It was
It's
amazing.
fun.
So incredible. So good. So awesome.